Okay, now we're going to look at measures of dispersion. Now, measures of dispersion analyze how widely data is spread. And the way that we figure out dispersion is by looking at standard deviation, variation. Now, standard deviation is often written as sigma. Okay? Variation, or sigma squared. And last, but most certainly not least, the range, which is where you take the highest value and you subtract the lowest value. And most of these we can use on the calculator except for range. So let's go ahead and look at some ways. Waiting times in two different banks are as follows: the X bank and the Y bank. Now we've got a table down here where we're going to be doing the mean, median, and the mode. Okay, so we're not going to look at variation just yet. We're going to try doing mean, median, and the mode. So our mean, our median, and our mode. Let's go ahead and put these in the calculator. Shift, stat, look at our data, clear out anything that may be in there. And we'll start with the X bank. 6.5, 6.7, 6.8, 7.1, 7.3, 7.4, 7.7, 7.7, 7.7. Okay, so 9, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there was one that we're missing. Let's go back and go through our list again. Oops. Okay, 6.5. Oh, I forgot 6.6. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here at the end. 6.6. So we clear out. Remember, when you clear out, you always hit the AC button. Shift stat. We're going to do our variation, and we're going to do our average. And we find that the average for the X bank is 7.15. Now, it already goes in order from least to greatest, so we just have to look at the least to the greatest. So 6.5, So 7.1, 7.3. So let's look at the average between those two. 7.1 plus 7.3 divided by 2 gives me 7.2. And then the mode. 1, 2, 3 times we hit 7.7 minutes. So these are all pretty much in line. We're doing pretty well. Now let's do the same for the Y bank. So we have to go into our data and clear it out. We're going to put it in very carefully so we don't have any more mistakes. We start out at 4.2, 5.4, 5.8, 6.2, 6.7, 7.7, 7.7, 8.5, 9.3, and 10. So this had quite a range to go with. So it'll be interesting to see how the data stacks up. We do the average, and we find that the average is 7.15. So we're still looking at the exact same average between the two banks. Okay, the median, the middle number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6.7 plus 7.7 divided by 2 gives me 7.2. So the Y bank is exactly the same. And now the mode. Well, there's no mode, no mode. Okay, there's two of these. So the mode is 7.7, which means looking at our measurements of central tendency, the same average, the same median, the same mode. But looking at our data shows quite a difference. So we found these results, 7.15, 7.2, 7.7. However, this will tell us the two banks are the same. We've already decided that they are not. Bank X waiting times are between 6.5 to 7.7. There is very little variation. It's consistent, it's uniform, it has minimum fluctuation. If you go into Bank X, you know how long you will be waiting. Bank Y, however, has a great variation between 4.2 all the way to 10. So we cannot rely in measurements of central tendency in this area. We need to do the measures of dispersion.